Hello! Welcome to Palo Canyon for the last time. I'm Michelle Burns. Today I'm going to tell you the Battle of Palo Canyon, but this one's got a little bit of a local legend twist to it at the end. I found this version in a book of Palo Canyon by Betty Holler, and this one is called The Phantom Horses of Palo Duro Canyon. In 1874, late summer, Comanche, Arapaho, and Kiowa Indians had gathered together all of their food supplies and all of the things that they needed to get through the winter. They had gathered them together and put them in a camp that they were staying at down in the bottom of the canyon in Palo Duro. However, General Mackenzie had heard that there was some Indians on the prowl, and his orders were to force those Indians back to their reservation in Oklahoma. So he had gathered his troops together and gotten some scouts, and they scouted them out to the Palo Duro Canyon. They looked over the rim, saw the large campment of the Indians down into the bottom of the canyon. Well, in the early morning hours of September 28th, 1874, they tried to have a surprise attack on the Indians. However, a Comanche lookout spotted them, fired off a warning shot before he too was shot himself. Those Indians gathered up together themselves quickly and scrambled out of the canyon as fast as they could. However, only a few of them were able to get their horses with them out of the canyon. So, after a battle that was quickly lost, Mackenzie ended up killing 50 to 60 Native American Indians that day. He ordered them to gather all his troops to gather together all of their supplies, all of their housing equipment, and their horses. He destroyed all their houses. He destroyed all of their supplies. And then he gave 330 head of the horses to the scouts who helped them find these Indians. Then he took the remaining 1,400 horses and drove them up to the rim of the canyon. Let's see, right about there. The rim of the canyon, right over there. He drove them up there, and he ended up slaughtering every single one of them. All 1,400 head of horses were slaughtered that day. The bones of those horses remained out in the open for decades. For a long time, they marked the head of a trail, but they also marked a warning shot showing the Native Americans that they had been defeated, and that was no longer their territory. A few weeks after this massacre happened, a few men came back to Fort Concho, telling a funny story of how they had heard one night when they were camping a terrible sound of thunderous hooves off in the distance and screaming and crying of horses neighing. They had even seen some apparitions off in the distance, running along the rim of the canyon. Everybody told them they were crazy. It was just a wild story to scare a bunch of children. However, as weeks, months, and years went by, that story was told over and over again from several different people. Well, today, on a bright moonlit night, often you can hear the sound of hooves thundering off in the distance. It starts low, and it gets louder and louder and louder, and pretty soon you have a thundering cacophony of hooves and horses neighing and whining, and then you can see some ghostly apparitions right off the top of the rim of the canyon. You can see the ghosts of those horses. They appear just briefly, but they are the phantom horses that are telling the story of when the Native American from the Panhandle Plains were driven out of their land. I hope you all liked my story. You have a good day.